Today we're talking about Gladiator, a powerful historical drama about Maximus, a Roman general whose life changes completely. After the death of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Maximus is loyal to Rome and dreams of returning home to his wife and son. But when Commodus becomes emperor, everything changes. Commodus sees Maximus as a threat, and Maximus is betrayed, captured, and forced into slavery.
And that makes Maximus' story much more than a story about battles. It is also a story about loyalty, loss, courage, and revenge. One useful expression here is, "I have a duty." We use it when we feel responsible for doing something, because it is our responsibility. Maximus feels a strong duty toward Rome, his soldiers, and the emperor he served.
After Maximus loses his family, his life becomes completely different. He is taken away from everything he knows and becomes a gladiator. At first, he has very little control over his future, but he refuses to accept that his story is over. A useful expression for this situation is "I have to survive." We use it when we know that we must continue through a difficult situation. Maximus does not fight because he enjoys violence. He fights because survival is the only way forward.
As Maximus enters the arena, the other gladiators begin to recognize his strength and leadership. He quickly understands that they will have a better chance of surviving if they work together. This gives us the expression, "stay together." We use it when we want people to remain united, especially during a difficult or dangerous situation. Maximus uses his experience as a soldier to turn a group of strangers into a team.
One of the most memorable moments in Gladiator comes when Maximus reveals that he is not simply an ordinary slave. After defeating his opponents in the arena, he tells the crowd who he really is. His identity gives him power, but it also makes the emperor even more afraid of him. A useful phrase here is, "You should know who I am." We use it when we want someone to understand our identity, importance, or position.
Maximus also understands that he cannot defeat Commodus simply by becoming stronger in the arena. He needs patience and a plan. Another useful expression is wait for the right moment. We use it when we decide not to act immediately because the timing is important. Maximus knows that acting too early could destroy his chance to get justice.
And justice is one of the central ideas of the movie. Maximus is not simply angry with Commodus. He wants the truth to be known and wants the people responsible for his family's death to face the consequences. This connects with the phrase, "I want justice." We use it when we believe that something wrong has happened and the situation should be corrected.
But Gladiator also shows us how difficult it can be to control anger. Maximus has every reason to hate Commodus, yet he learns to use his anger as motivation instead of allowing it to control every decision. For English learners, the phrase "stay focused" is especially useful. It means continuing to concentrate on your goal even when emotions or distractions make it difficult.
As the story develops, Maximus becomes a symbol for people who want freedom and justice. The arena gives him a public voice, and the emperor's attempts to control him only make the audience more interested in his story. This is what makes Gladiator so memorable. The battles are exciting, but the emotional story underneath them is what gives them meaning.
So while you listen to today's lesson, pay attention to Maximus's transformation. He begins as a respected general who loses almost everything. He becomes a slave, then a gladiator, and eventually someone powerful enough to challenge the emperor. The expressions we learn through his story, "I have a duty," "I have to survive," "stay together," "wait for the right moment," and "stay focused," are simple English, but they become much easier to remember because they are connected to strong moments in the movie.
As Maximus becomes more successful in the arena, Commodus realizes that the gladiator is becoming more than an entertainer. The crowd respects him, and Maximus begins to understand that the arena can give him an opportunity to reach the emperor. But his situation is still dangerous. A useful expression here is, "I'm not afraid." We use it when we want to show that we are not allowing fear to control our actions.
And Maximus needs that courage because Commodus is watching him closely. The emperor wants to control the games and the people. But Maximus slowly becomes someone the crowd trusts. Another useful expression is they believe in me. We use it when we know that other people trust our abilities or support our actions. The support of the crowd gives Maximus strength.
At the same time, Maximus never forgets why he is fighting. He remembers his family and the life he lost. That gives us the phrase, I remember. We use it when we bring a past event or person back to our thoughts. For Maximus, remembering his family keeps his goal clear, even when life in the arena becomes brutal.
The movie also shows the difference between power and respect. Commodus has political power because he is the emperor, but Maximus earns respect because people see his courage and loyalty. A useful expression here is respect is earned. We use it when we believe that people should gain respect through their actions rather than simply expect it because of their position.
As Maximus gets closer to his final confrontation with Commodus, the story becomes more personal. He's no longer fighting only for himself. He wants to restore honor and give Rome a chance to change. Another useful expression is, I won't stop. We use it when we are determined to continue despite obstacles. Maximus has lost almost everything, but he refuses to abandon his purpose.
And that determination is one of the strongest lessons in Gladiator. Maximus knows that his path may end in sacrifice, but he continues because he believes his actions matter. For English learners, I won't stop is a simple phrase that can be used for many goals. You can say it when learning English, training for something difficult, or working toward a dream.
The final part of Maximus's journey is emotional because his greatest strength is not simply his ability to fight, it is his ability to remain loyal to what he believes is right. Gladiator reminds us that courage does not mean having no fear. It means continuing even when fear is present.
So as you finish today's lesson, think about Maximus not only as a warrior, but as a man who loses his old life and has to find a new reason to continue. The expressions from this part, I'm not afraid. They believe in me. I remember. Respect is earned, and I won't stop. Connect directly to his journey and make the English easier too. Remember through the story,